Good morning, Aries. This is to the point. I want to appreciate you guys starting off because you guys have been showing me overwhelming support and you guys have been commenting on these posts of mine, and that means the world to me. It really encourages me to keep moving forward. I do give it my all, and it is work. Um, to figure out what the cards are trying to say, and there's responsibility on my shoulders to try to convey the best message that I see through the cards and um, give you any kind of message that I feel like is for you and that may motivate you to keep moving forward and help you through the energies that I see present when I lay the cards. You have quite a spread this month. It looks like it's going to be all good. It looks like you've been going through some turbulent times. Money may be good, business may be good, but it looks like possibly in the area of romance, there's been some hiccups lately. Um, but we'll talk about that in a minute when I really read these cards, because I just went over them, but I ain't really, you know, poured my sweat into them as far as reading them. Anyway, without further ado, let's read these cards. Okay, so you start with the Empress, and the Empress is just really saying that you're moving into a fertile time in your life. If you don't want to have children, strap up. The Empress cards often points to fertility in all areas, especially where there's um, where you could be having children or birth is related. So there could be children coming into your life. There could be children of the person that you're talking to, the person that you're getting married to, or your own children. You could have a baby as far as business is concerned. There could be a fresh business venture present for you, and that could be your baby. But this is a fertile time, fertile, and anything you put your fingers to, or your pickle, or your flower. I'm gonna stop playing with y'all. You could be getting pregnant. Somebody could be getting pregnant around you. If you're too old and your womb is barren, it could be that your grandkids is coming to stay for a while, but this often depicts that children are entering your life. This kind of energy that this card refers to. Let's move on to the Two of Swords. So there's a balancing act going on. You're in your mind balancing some things, but your mind is clear on the things that you must balance. We're going to get into the book real quick. Just a second. On the Two of Swords. Let's put this book down here. Just a second, y'all. Okay, so the Two of Swords is talking about you have an inner state that's calm and finely balanced. You're not everywhere in your mind right now concerning whatever issue this is. You are able to review your options and take reasoned decisions against the backdrop of changing circumstances and varying emotions. If you have differences with others, you can see the value in resolving differences and burying the hatchet. This state of peace and self-possession characterizes the rapport you feel with your closest friend. True friendship is based on the tender and honest balancing of the needs, wishes, and feelings of both parties. So you could be going through a situation right now where you have to just balance some things out as far as you and another person are concerned. There could be a situation where your decision, the way you operate in this situation could determine the outcome of it between you and a person. It says that you're going to be fair and balanced in this, but to do that, sometimes you have to take a break and just get off by yourself, take a walk, go to a park, and really think about the thing that you went through with this other person in honesty. Reflect upon your part that you played in the situation as well as theirs, but you have to have an honest outlook on this for it to work. Ain't no need in going to take a walk and sitting at the park and watching the birds to muse over your feelings and sort out things that's been going on between you and another person. If you ain't gonna look at it in an honest way, I tell people all the time, Can't nobody see what's going on in your mind. You are the only one there. So it's okay for you to be honest. Not saying that you wouldn't be, but give a real honest look as you're balancing this thing out and be fair about it. And if you need to apologize about some things, go ahead and man up and be apologized, or woman up and be be apologetic about it, and keep it real on the issue. And then moving forward, you won't have anything to fret or go back up on. It's horrible making a horrible decision when it comes to you and friends, or you and a love person that's in your life, someone that you may be dating, and you feel like you made the wrong decision. That stuff will haunt you forever, especially if you let a good person leave your life, or you let there be damage in the relationship because you weren't honest about the part that you played. Let's move forward to the Ten of Wands, because that's what came out next. The Ten of Wands is talking about you've been having a lot on your plate lately, and you're really ready to delegate some of these things to other people. You've been helping a lot in the relationships, or maybe this is a job issue, and you've been doing more than your part at the job. But it says that now you're ready to move forward, and you're ready to delegate some of the responsibilities to other people, and that you've had a lot on your plate. When the Ten of Wands comes up, it's a strong possibility that some of these obligations that's been on your plate have not been totally your responsibility, but you've been okay with carrying the weight. You realize where delegating some of this stuff could make your life a little bit easier, and could free up some of the tension, so that you can feel a sense of relief by dropping a lot of stresses. You know what I'm saying? The things that you got to do yourself, because sometimes you can only do the things that need to be done. If you are the chief operator over whatever it is in your life, the business, the dream, the relationship, or whatever, there's some things that you just can't delegate, that you have to be over to make sure that it's successful. But you are seeing right now where you can, start handing out responsibilities to other people that you see, in your experience, that can handle these responsibilities, and it could make things a little bit better for you moving forward. There could have been some conflict, recent conflict that you're moving past, or conflict that you're about to experience with the Seven of Wands. I always say that it really it's really a piece of cake to you, because with the Seven of Wands, he's elevated above his competition. This is him up here, and then this is the competition down here, or the people that are at odds with him. So it's really no sweat. You see your way to navigate through this issue. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the book so I can read exactly what it says to you, though. The Seven of Wands suggests that you need to stand your ground, though, in this situation, and assertively articulate your position. Challenges may be coming at you from several directions, but you have the courage to defend yourself and overcome the odds. Success is possible despite the coming forces confronting you. There may be profit or advantage in negotiation, barter, and discourse with your adversaries. You excel at the skillful use of written and spoken words. So maybe this thing that you've been going back and forth in your head about is how to delegate this stuff to other people. And maybe the people that you delegating some of these issues on your plate to, maybe they kind of don't want to take some of the responsibility on, possibly. And so you take this reflection too, to think about it and see what would be fair as far as, how you split up these responsibilities and who you delegate some of these responsibilities to. You got to stay in your guard, and you have to be assertive, though. You can't be playing, but do it in a tactful way. And don't be arrogant about it if that's what you have to do. I want to say also with the Ten of Wands to do things in a fair way and don't be deceptive in any of your dealings. Another thing about this card is that some of the burden that could be on your back or weighing you down is feeling guilty about the way you've handled situations, or maybe that you could have done things in an underhanded way. Just keep things positive right now and do things in an upright, straightaway way when you deal with these people. The King of Pentacles is next. The King of Pentacles is king of his money. So anyway, after you fight this battle, whichever you're going through, it looks like it ends up to be a positive thing for you, because now you're resting with the King of Pentacles. I'm going to read what the King of Pentacles says, though. The King of Pentacles is a productive person of authority, skill, and practical wisdom in the material world. Suggests that you are able to take charge of a situation and achieve success in business, science, or some other established field of endeavor. It says that this foreshadows an improvement in financial circumstances or an advancement related to a career. So just like I was saying, you could be advancing in your career. You could have had to delegate some of these things to other people. You're going to have to make sure that you meditate on what you're saying. As far as a business deal is concerned, though, weigh out everybody's options, the pros and the cons, and create the best speech that you can moving forward with these people, to kind of rally everybody on your side. But it looks like it's going to turn out well. It says your finances are going to be good if they aren't already good, but it could be due to the decisions that you've made here in the recent past dealing with these people. Okay, so now we have the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups says that you feel like there was some kind of loss. Five of Cups is looking at the three cups that is knocked over. Is two cups standing up behind the person. The person ain't even paying attention to the two cups that's behind them. It's paying attention on what's lost. So instead of looking at the glass half empty, look at it half full. You've achieved a lot, and you have to count your blessings at this point. There could have been some people through this negotiation, or maybe even some sponsors that you had to let go of, or they decided to turn and walk away because of the deal that you presented. But you had to make sure that it was fair for the rest of the people left at the company, or the rest of the people left in the situation that you was contending about. So if you made your best decision, don't cry over it. Just know that this is what had to be done. And with the King of Pentacles there, you should still have success in this matter. So don't cry over spilled milk here, Aries. It looks like it's still all good. I'm going to still read what the Five of Cups says from the book. Says emotional disappointment. So emotional, your emotions may be everywhere concerning this matter. The more I read this, it starts to turn to me as a love read, but we're going to do that next. You are likely to have a suffered loss and to be focusing on the three overturned cups that have spilled their contents, rather than the two full cups remaining standing. Even though you feel dejected because of a separation or breakup, some hope of fulfillment remains. Sometimes your emotional fulfillment will need to come from within rather than another person. Are you crying over spilled milk? This could imply, though, a gift of inheritance, but one that does not live up to your hopes and expectations. So, like I said, this could be a business endeavor, and you see where you can lose a little bit from the people who's walked away, the sponsors who's had to leave because of your recent decision to delegate whatever you had to delegate, or to split up whatever you had to split up. There is a winning here, but it may not be the type of winning that you wanted to have. Maybe it's missing some things, or some of them sponsors had to leave or something. But it's still gonna work out fine. So the next one is the Four of Cups, and this one I just like to look at the illustration for a minute. You have 3 cups in front of them. Then there's a gift. It's like a cloud appears with a 4th cup, and this person here is just pissed. Since I can't have it my way, I don't want anything at all. It's like the kid who has to share their candies with the rest of the guests that's over, this kids. So the kid has guests over, and usually he gets the whole bag of Skittles, but since he has company, he has to give away some of the Skittles to, his guests or his company. And even though he still has the most Skittles in his bag, he only gave them a few Skittles apiece, so he has the most. He's pissed off that he had to give them any Skittles at all. And so now he throws the whole bag of Skittles at the company and at the rest of his friends and says, you can have them all now, because he's mad because he had to give up a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Don't ignore a blessing coming in right now in your life, especially as far as this is concerned, because it doesn't come in the form that you expected it to come in. Be very, very mindful and really pay attention to the blessings that's coming into your life, because it seems like everything is offered to you right now, but you could be having an energy of resistance because it didn't come or shake out the way you thought it was going to shake out, The book says that you are going through a period of discontent, apathy, stagnation, or dissatisfaction. The pleasures of life just don't seem to perk you up. You may feel unfulfilled, as if something essential was missing from your life. Perhaps you suffering from depression or wallowing in self-pity. You feel stuck in a rut as you focus on the glass being half empty. Don't imagine this thing up to be as bigger than it, really is, because your mind can play a big part in this. Take advantage of gifts and opportunities that surround you. Everything has its season. So just like I said, there could be gifts coming in. There could be proposals coming in. But you are so stunned by what you just went through, and you're in a self-pity deal to where you don't want to have anything go on at all. It's like you're going through a hard times, and your friends start noticing this, and they start doing nice little sweet things to try to get you out the house. Hey, let's go to dinner. Hey, I'm just going shopping. You want to come with me? I'll get you something or anything, stuff like that. But people trying to cheer you up, people trying to give you gifts, opportunities coming in, but you're upset because of the recent trials that you've been through. So you're ignoring these responsibilities. Don't become stagnant because of this recent trial, because it looks like everything is leading up to a better place. But it looks like right here you can cut it off if you become ungrateful. Keep your vibrations right. Keep your energy high. Don't let them steal your joy, whatever's coming in right now. Because it seems like next you have this card, and they didn't even tell me what this one meant, so I read it myself. You got this lady in the front. She has a heart, and it's about 10 people behind her with hearts. So you have people coming in to support you. You have major support, and it seems like they all got your back, and they want to championship you or exalt you on your path moving forward. Don't ignore these people with this card. Don't ignore the help coming in. Everything happens for a reason, and sometimes things don't go exactly your way because it ain't supposed to. There's a better offer or a better opportunity coming up that's going to present itself to you, but you can't be so stagnant and so mad about how things went recently that you just shut down and I don't want that. Forget it. Nope, I don't want to go there. I'm not going out here. I don't want y'all to take me. No, I'm going to stay stuck in my mood. I'm going to be depressed. I'm closing my doors. I'm eating crackers in the bed. I'm not getting up. I'm going to the bathroom to pee, and that's it. I'm pissed. And in that moment, you could be missing out on great opportunities. So you cannot let what happened recently, when you had to stand your ground and delegate some of this stuff, to stifle your progress going forward. It looks like you're going to meet somebody new. This is a wonderful relationship, and you guys see eye to eye with one another. There's a possibility if things would have went the way that you wanted them to go, you wouldn't even have this opportunity that's coming up for you. So count it all joy. As a clarifier, I pulled the two of wands. So what you're doing now is whatever happened is leading you to a place to where you have new opportunities on the horizon. You need to balance these opportunities and make a choice to see which way you want to go. It seems like you're moving forward, and it seems like there's a path change for you. He has the world in his hand, and one staff is on one side and one staff is on the other side, but he's holding on to one staff. It looks like he's switching positions, and he is moving forward. You may, through this situation, have made a decision to go in another route that you were possibly heading in, or the circumstances that was around you or whatever could have made you choose a different direction as far as your path in business or relationship was concerned. I kept on pulling and pulling and pulling. Y'all know I do a 5-card spread, and it just kept on. It wouldn't give me no finality on this. I tried to find a finality after the King of Pentacles. These came out together, so with the 5 of Cups. So the King of Pentacles, then spilled milk or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and read this as a relationship reading, since that's what you want. Fertility is here. There could have been a fertile. You thought it was. You got a sense of grounding and fertility in a current relationship that you was in. There could have been a situation to where you didn't feel like things were fair between you and this person, so you try to delegate things to them, and they didn't see it fair. They didn't want to, take any of the responsibility on, so you had to walk away. Which led you to abundance and stuff like that, and your business and stuff was doing well. Y'all could have even been in a business with each other, you and this person that was in a relationship. You guys couldn't see eye to eye on something, and they could have possibly walked away, and there could have possibly been funding that they brought to this business or to this relationship. Maybe you guys had joint bank accounts. Maybe you guys were heading in a certain direction, and there was something, I don't know what it was, but you guys could not agree upon, and so there could have been a split between you guys. Even though things go well for you moving forward and your coin is all right, you do kind of feel sad, and you do kind of look back on the relationship, because there's a possibility that you could say things, or you could have said things, or you could have not looked at things in a balanced way to make sure that there was a reconciliation, or that you guys stayed together possibly. You're pessimistic about this, so it looks like you was with somebody, y'all was going back and forth. This has been going back and forth over a while. You guys had good times, but in between those good times there were major disagreements and red flags. Ultimately, you decided to move on, or they decided to move on. This puts you in a rut. But while in this rut, you have different people that's coming up to you that's trying to get things started with you as far as a relationship is concerned, but you can't pay attention to those people. You are canceling all dates. You won't go out. You won't have fun. Even when you're invited on different dates with people that you see that there could be promise with, you're so stuck in a rut over the last person that you don't want to move on. You don't want to even entertain the idea of being in any type of new venture or relationship with a new person. But doing this could make you miss out on an opportunity for somebody who was going to be great for you in your life. That relationship could have ended because there's something better on the horizon. But if you are stuck in the muck, you will push this situation away and you will miss the opportunity. The opportunity seems to be great. It seems like it's going to be a lot of people trying to get at you at first. But one star is going to appear out of that group of people, and you're going to want to move on with that person. This situation could be so wonderful that it makes you forget about the last person entirely. So if you are going through a situation like that, just do all that you can to know that everything happens for a reason. And if you gave it your best shot, then if the person had to leave or if the situation had to change, it's only because there's a better situation coming for you in your life. You know, I keep on pulling the cards until I get a happy ending or a bad ending, whatever. It really don't even matter. I hope for a happy one, but I just look for finality. And the finality in this is that you're moving forward. And right before you decide to move forward, you have somebody coming into your life that's really gonna do you well. So I read this as far as a business reading or a relationship reading, since that's what you want. So cheer up, Aries. I'm sorry that you've been in conflict lately with whether it's been with your business or relationships, but it looks like in either case it's going to turn out well. My warning to you right now is to not get stuck here. Hey, if I was to sum this all up and give you guys a good warning, y'all work me out on these cards. Good Lord. It would say, don't get in a rut. You have the temptation to get into a rut here and ignore good things that's coming to you, this good future that you have. It's probably gonna come regardless, but you could postpone it by being in this rut. However long you stay in this rut is however long it's gonna take you for you to see the goodness, see the good outcome that this all meant. You know, you went through some trials and you went through some tribulations, but it's because it's leading to a greater place. So a lot of this stuff that's been going on with you has been a blessing in disguise. You know? So count it all joy. Count it all joy. It's gonna be all right, baby Aries, baby Ram. Let me see. I'm gonna read the Two of Wands to you. Two of Wands says that suggests that you're pondering a course of action or deciding on a future path that your life will take. Okay, yeah. Oh boy, just pray right now and try to see the blessing in all of this. Whatever happens, even though there's good coming into your life, and even with this new person or this new business venture that springs forth as a result of what happened, it still says that you could be feeling kind of sad about it, about how everything went down. I would say that be as sweet as you can to the people going out if you see them going out. The regret could come from the fact that, there was harsh words used while the person was exiting. There's things that were said and done that you wish you could take back. And the worst thing about life, the worst thing that you can face is regret. So, move in this situation in a way that you won't regret any of your actions or anything said. And then you'll probably have an easier time it looked like it's gonna be all good. I'm sorry your feelings are hurt, but at least it's gonna be all good, all right? So, anyways, this is to the point. I do love y'all, and I really, really appreciate all the support that you guys have shown me. And I always want to, give you guys a reading that has, bubblegum and popcorn and unicorns and flying pigs. But in this situation, it looks like you're gonna meet a good future. But there's a lot of turbulence on the way, and your action right now, or the encouragement that I want to give to you, is just to do all you can to stay of a good vibration. The worst thing you can do is lock yourself up in the house and refuse to see any of your friends. Surround yourself with people. Surround yourself with people that you love. Count your blessings every day. While you're going through this, constantly keep count of the things that you have to be blessed for. Wake up in the morning and take walks and just thank God for everything that's going right in your life, because these upheavals are only a blessing in disguise. And sometimes people are ripped out of your life, or you have to take a different path from people that you really would have liked to move forward with. But it's all for a good reason. I've walked away from people, and people have left my life, and it took me years to realize that that's what was supposed to happen, and ultimately it worked out for my good. But at the time it was going on, it was so painful. Oh my God. And I really wanted to keep these people around. But when I got to my ultimate goal, and when I got to the place where all of these circumstances were leading me to, I look back and seen how those people that I wanted to keep a part of my life would have been a hindrance to that process. So I love y'all. It's going to be all right. To the point. Talk to y'all later.